Good Friday afternoon. So the last couple of days I've been doing videos about standard American food and meals that we eat on a regular basis. So today, so I've done breakfast, I've done lunch, and today we're going to focus on dinner. Convenience food, I get it. It is convenient, but it's not the best for us. And I just wanted to show you how much sugar is in something that is processed and comes off of the shelf. And hopefully it'll give you a visual, and I'll give you a suggestion on something that I think is very comparable and a lot better for you. So the first thing that we're going to break apart today is Chicken Helper. These are quick and convenient. You just get your meat and then you add in whatever they suggest you add in. This one says to stir in frozen sliced carrots and then bell peppers. So I'm just taking the carb count off of the box for this. So this doesn't include the vegetables that are suggested. So again, if we look at the label of the Chicken Helper, it says it has 33 carbohydrates, and this is 1 cup prepared. Now keep in mind, this doesn't have any rice or anything, and as the picture suggests, rice. So I did figure in the carb and sugar count for that. So we're gonna go ahead again, demonstrate how many teaspoons of sugar would be in 1 serving of this Chicken Helper. So I got my trusty sugar bowl. I would love to hear guesses. If anybody's got a guess as to how much. Hey, Sarah. How much sugar is in 1 cup of Chicken Helper? Sarah, you got a guess? Throw one out. I'm doing the Chicken Helper with rice. And let's see here. I gotta find my notes. Because, okay, so here we go. So just the Chicken Helper right now. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1/2. Okay, that's, hey Andy, Chicken Helper. So this is just the Chicken Helper without the rice. So there's 8.5 teaspoons of sugar in what you see in the box here. And then if we add in a cup of brown rice, all right, so we'll go ahead, 1, because nobody ever eats a cup, 3, or a 1/2 cup, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so right here, 19, almost 20 teaspoons of sugar in a cup prepared of your Chicken Helper with rice, right? So I just wanted to show you, I didn't prepare the Chicken Helper. I did have some rice on hand. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to see. Maybe I can tip the phone down. So right there, that's what you would be getting for 19.5 teaspoons of sugar, right? So then, of course, we're gonna have a snack later, and we're gonna go for the yogurt, right? So we'll go ahead. I think you'll be surprised at how much sugar is in yogurt. Okay, I might even do a separate bowl for that one. All right, where am I? Okay, here we go. We'll just add it in. So it's actually four teaspoons of sugar in yogurt in that 1 serving. 2, 3, and 4, right? So that total, okay, so total, did I do, oh, that was my tomato soup one. Okay, yeah. So 19, 21, 23. 23 teaspoons of sugar. And that right there. And while we're at it, I wanted to show you guys something else too. I didn't make a grilled cheese sandwich because we don't have bread in our house anymore. But I could get a can, and I wasn't gonna buy a loaf of bread. Tomato soup, all right? So I just wanted to show everybody this. How many people eat 1 can of tomato soup? Or that's typically what most people would eat. When you flip it over and you're looking at the label, did you know that this actually has 2.5 servings in it? 2.5 servings. Who eats that little? I mean, if I'm going to eat tomato soup, I'm going to eat the whole dang can. So what I wanted to show people, just with the tomato soup, and like I said, I don't have a visual of the grilled cheese, but tomato soup. Annie, guess how many teaspoons of sugar? How many teaspoons of sugar in 1 can of tomato soup? In 1 can, yep, how many teaspoons? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Heather, thanks for hopping on. 5, 6, can you see my sugar here? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and a half. So 12 and a half teaspoons of sugar in 1 can of tomato soup. All right, so then if you're going to add the grilled cheese with that, of course, you know, the traditional white bread grilled cheese with, you know, the Kraft singles is how I used to make it. That's how I thought it was yummy. And like I said, I didn't buy bread or anything for that. But yeah, I was still going, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to add our bread grilled cheese sandwich to that. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. I got sugar everywhere. 4. How much guesses for the grilled cheese sandwich? Just the grilled cheese. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a half. All right, so right here, 13 and a half sugars in a grilled cheese. So right here in this bowl, you have a grilled cheese sandwich and a can of tomato soup. Isn't that crazy? Oh, I think that's a pretty good visual there. So what I want to show you is something that I guess I would eat, our family would eat. So for dinner, I just made a Mexican, it's my Mexican, it's like a Spanish rice type thing. It's got ground beef and stuff in that. And I did top it with a little bit of sour cream and some guac. And then we would probably do some vegetable with it. So here I have asparagus. So this plate full of food here is less than a teaspoon of sugar, right? So if we add that, so we got less than a teaspoon of sugar right there. And then for a snack, I love macadamia nuts. So these wasabi nuts, I really like them. So if you like wasabi, if you've ever had wasabi peas, wasabi nuts are amazing. So right here, so we have a serving of the wasabi nuts. And those are probably the highest in the carb count of anything that I have here in my healthy meal. And that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so check this out, guys. The meal that I just showed you, this is the amount of sugar. Your tomato soup and grilled cheese right here. Isn't that insane? Crazy. So I think that's an awesome visual. But what I wanted to do besides that is, so for breakfast the other day, we had our Cheerios, our orange juice, and it had skim milk and then an apple. That was 33 teaspoons of sugar. So that's pretty much one of these. What do we have? Oh, lunch yesterday we had lean cuisine and a kiwi and, it was an orange soda. That was 31 teaspoons. So when you look at, if we add all of that up, that's 94 and a quarter teaspoons, or 94 and a quarter teaspoons. So that's almost 2 cups. 2 cups of sugar. Where's my cup? What do I got here? Half. Give me a second. Okay, so I guess I didn't have my cup. So here we go. 1 and 2. And I'm spilling it, right? So that's overflowing. So if you are to eat a breakfast of 2/3 cup of Cheerios, half a cup of skim milk, an apple, and orange juice, and you're eating a lunch of a lean cuisine, a kiwi, and let's say you have, popcorn. I forgot I had popcorn in yesterday's. And we wonder why my kids can't hold still and be quiet in school. Absolutely. I certainly can't. I don't know how we can expect our kids to. So yeah, and then lunch was the lean cuisine, the apple, snack was a popcorn, and then we had an orange soda for the day. And then Now dinner, if we did either the tomato soup or the chicken helper, 2 cups of sugar in a day. 2 cups. And if we were to go with the suggestions that I had made, we were less than, where did my notes go? It was crazy. We hardly had any carbs. So we had the bacon and the eggs and pork rinds. And what did I have for yesterday? Andy, do you remember what I had for yesterday for lunch, for the healthier version? Oh, it was a pork chop. That's right. It was a pork chop. And yeah, so that literally, the pork chop and the vegetables. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. So for a whole day of eating a low carb ketogenic way, right here's your sugar. Less than, I don't know, maybe it's 2 tablespoons total. Right here, 2 cups. 2 cups of sugar in a traditional American meal. I think that's crazy. And believe me, I was completely blown away by it when I started breaking things down. So again, if you're going to, want to calculate some of this, I encourage you, go to the grocery store, look at the back, flip over some of the boxes, look at the labels. I used to be so concerned about the fat because that's everything that was ingrained in me is, fat, you can't have fat. The calories, it's all about the calories. And, oh, thanks for the heart. It's all about the calories and the fat. And that's all I used to focus on. So look at this. So actually, if that's all I was focusing on, there's only 1 gram of total fat in here. And calories, it's 150. Now, granted, that comes without the rice and stuff, but obviously there's not fat in rice. And chicken is really a lean protein as well. So I probably would have been all over this. I would have been like, oh, that's awesome. Until I started learning, there is no reason that we need to consume 2 cups of sugar a day. That's crazy. So I had read, let's see here. I have little notes here. What did I do with it? It was something about soda pop. Andy, do you remember that soda? Remember I said if you drink, what was it? How many ounces of soda a day, how much it turned out to be in a year? Do you remember that? I had my note, but I don't know what I do with it. But it turns out to be a lot of sugar. So hopefully, anyways, flip over your label, guys. Flip it over. I encourage you, look at the total carbohydrates. Take that number and divide it by 4. How many teaspoons of sugar you get? Because that's the amount of teaspoons of sugar that is going to be entering your bloodstream when you consume it. And unfortunately, a lot of the prepackaged stuff, it's made with fructose. So that is one of the most actually damaging forms of sugar to the liver. Your body just can't process that. So that's it. Hope you found value in today's video. Was anybody blown away at the amount of sugar in a day? Anybody surprised that this is what we're consuming on a day-to-day basis? And chances are this is what your kids are eating, if not more than that. Because I know my kids, they do go to school, and I know that they get rewarded with little candy bars and treats and things like that. And that's all stuff that I don't know about. And I'm pretty sure, you're welcome, Mel. Thanks for hopping on. It just, and like Andy said, we, wonder our kids can't sit still and they can't focus. And we're also, think about the early onset of type 2 diabetes too, because we're basically, imagine eating this with a spoon, because that's what we're doing. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go and enjoy your lunch. And you guys have a great day. Stay warm if you're anywhere in this frigid Wisconsin weather. Hopefully it breaks sometime soon. All right, take care. Have a great day.